Annyeonghaseyo, my name is Katie and today I have a new drama review for you. Today I'm going to be reviewing Lucky Romance. This is a 16-episode drama that just finished airing. It stars Hwang Jung-eum, Roo Jun-yeol, Lee Soo-hyuk, and Lee Chung-ah. Lucky Romance tells the story of a very superstitious woman who, under certain circumstances and a bit of advice from a shaman, needs to find a man born in the year of the tiger and spend a night with him in order to save her sister's life. I mean, there's a little more to it than that, but that's the gist of her mission. It's a little far-fetched. So when she meets this man, a genius with an IQ of 200, CEO, very successful, he's born in the year of the tiger. However, he doesn't believe in superstitions and thinks she's crazy for a good reason. The drama follows their story as they clash and develop some feelings for each other. So I actually wasn't really planning to watch Lucky Romance in the beginning just because I had other things to watch and the plot didn't really sound super interesting to me. However, I did end up watching it, obviously. I'm very glad I did. As I said, this stars Hwang Jung-eum and Roo Jun-yeol. I've seen Hwang Jung-eum in several things. She's not my favorite actress, but I don't hate her. I just know she's been doing a lot of comedies lately, and her roles are quite similar in all of them. Her characters can be a little over the top and annoying at times, but I don't especially dislike her. I'm just kind of in the neutral zone with her. Roo Jun-yeol, he was our main lead. I have not seen him in anything. He's a fairly new actor, and I have not watched the Reply series, and he was in Reply 1988. I'm going to need to watch that after this because he was fantastic. The thing about Lucky Romance was that it's a show that is a little unbelievable at times because it's following all these superstitions and the female lead is kind of over the top at times. So it's not necessarily a show to be taken seriously, I think. I just think that you have to enjoy it for what it is. Now, that doesn't mean it was bad, it's just a little unbelievable at times and a little over the top. However, Roo Jun-yeol's character was fabulous. I don't even know what to say. He just impressed me so much. His character was hilarious and adorable. He could pull off being kind of an aloof male lead at first without being a jerk, which isn't something you see very often because in a lot of dramas, in order to achieve maximum aloofness, the male lead has to be a total jerk. And that wasn't the case in this. You saw reasoning behind the way he was, and he never did anything terrible so that you need to make excuses for him. He was actually a good person, like totally good person. But like at first he had good reason for wondering why this crazy lady was following him around, wanting to spend the night with him. Like if I were him, I'd be a little freaked out. Roo Jun-yeol, oh, I loved him so much. Like I want to see him in everything. He needs to be in more main roles. He was amazing. He's adorable, funny, handsome, attractive, and very talented. He was awesome. Lee Soo-hyuk was in this as well. He was the second male lead, I guess, and I love Lee Soo-hyuk. I've seen him in several things. I haven't seen him in a ton of stuff, but I love him. He's great, and he did a really good job in this show as well. I really liked his character. He was kind of the nice guy character. I liked his character arc as well, and we didn't have to deal with a terrible love triangle either. And then Lee Chung-ah, she was our second female lead, and honestly at first I thought I was not gonna like her. I thought she was going to be a very typical second female lead because very often in dramas we don't get anything more than the outer shell of the second female lead just wanting to steal the main lead away because they used to date or whatever, and you know, we very often get those shallow, mean second female leads. Lee Chung-ah was amazing. Like, I actually ended up really liking her. I was not expecting that at all. Like, that was a huge surprise to me. I don't even know when it happened because in the beginning I was very skeptical about her, but I found that by the end of the drama I enjoyed her character, which was super awesome. It was really nice to just have our main leads all be people I liked. As a matter of fact, I don't think there were really any characters in this drama that I especially disliked. Granted, the female lead was a little tiresome at times and you kind of would do some face palms because of her way of thinking, but I wouldn't blame that on Hwang Jung-eum. I would blame that on the writing, and it wasn't so bad that it was unbearable. It was just a couple kind of typical things. So character-wise, the show was great, and romance-wise, it was amazing. This is one of those shows where the romance is so adorably cute that you can overlook other problems with the show, like maybe some plot holes or maybe some pacing problems. I feel like the romance definitely dominated the show, so this is definitely a heavy rom-com. There weren't really many melodramatic elements at all. Even towards the end, it didn't ever feel like a melodrama, even with the problems that were happening within the show. It was just so cute. The chemistry between Hwang Jung-eum and Roo Jin-youl, the chemistry was great. And there were even side couples that I loved. The best friends of Hwang Jung-eum's character and Roo Jin-youl's character, they were hilarious. They had a really funny relationship. I shipped them just as much as the main couple, which is saying something because usually side relationships and dramas aren't necessarily able to pique my interest. However, this one, oh man, it was so great. As far as plot goes, the show is obviously focused on Hwang Jung-eum's character trying to find a man that was born in the year of the tiger so she can spend the night with him and save her sister. And the nice thing is that the plot stayed consistent throughout the whole show. It wasn't all over the place. They didn't throw in a bunch of crazy K-drama cliches just for the sake of it. I will say there were a couple cliches, but they felt as if they were used to actually add to the plot. I will say the last few episodes, the female lead got a little frustrating, but she was one of those female leads who liked to take the blame and convince herself that everything was her fault, but that fit in with her character, her personality. Her character had the belief that she was a bad luck charm and brought misfortune to everyone around her, so her putting the blame on herself, as much as I dislike that kind of trope where one of the characters just takes all the blame and, you know, tries to take themselves out of the picture, as much as I dislike that kind of thing, it fit with this character, so I didn't mind it as much because it did make sense, even if it was a little frustrating. So that was nice for a change. It wasn't just done without reason. It matched the character's personality rather than coming out of nowhere. So the plot, even though it didn't really initially draw me in, did end up being quite entertaining. However, I think the show was definitely focused on the main couple and the romance. I mean, it is called Lucky Romance. The romance was definitely the show stealer, and Roo Jin-youl, I felt as if he really pulled things along. The soundtrack of this show was super, super cute. A lot of great songs. I love them all. Definitely added to the cuteness of the show. I loved it. Overall, Lucky Romance was just a really fun, lighthearted show to watch. Again, there were some plot holes and maybe some pacing problems or maybe some frustration with the female lead. However, I do think that the cuteness of the romance and Roo Jin-youl's character definitely pulled the show along. And I don't think it was a bad show by any means, but it's not anything that will blow you away. It was just really cute, lighthearted, and fun to watch. And again, I'm definitely a Roo Jin-youl fan now. I want to see him in like everything now. Seriously, he was so good. So be sure to let me know if you've watched Lucky Romance and what you think of it, or leave me show recommendations. I'm watching quite a few airing shows right now, so I may want to be marathoning some shows that are already finished between episodes. So let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and Hannah and I will see you soon. Annyeong!